Come along with me as I hike through Tayrona National Park for the very first time and provide you some tips so that you do not make the same mistakes that I made. Tayrona is a must-see if you're an avid hiker, nature lover, swimmer, or just looking to lounge around and take in all the sights along the beach like Cabo San Juan. The hike took me about 2 to 3 hours to get to Playa del Cabo San Juan, and there's a lot to see along the way. Overall, I love this adventure and it was one of the best highlights of my trip to Colombia. So join me along this hike with no music, just the sounds of nature in the jungle, waves crashing on the beach, and that beautiful Colombian breeze. Alright, I really think it's just me coming. Messaged my buddy, he's sleeping. I don't think he's waking up for this. Got ready in about 11 minutes. I'm exhausted. Went to bed at, I want to say, I don't know, 3 something a.m. My alarm didn't even go off on time. I set my alarm for the wrong time. It's a little bit chaotic. Somehow, I was tossing and turning. I'm like, huh, what time is it? It was like 5 minutes before my driver's supposed to arrive. Thank goodness. I asked for him. Yeah, thank goodness I asked for him. Gracias. Because there's no way I was making it for the bus this morning. Hola.
Mucha rumba ayer.
¿Perdón?
Rumba.
¿Rumba?
Party.
Party, sí, mucho siesta. Muy mucho.
Aquí mucha fiesta.
Quick little stop off at the convenience store here. I need some tissues for my nose. I need electrolyte drink, and I need a bottle of water. Next time. So, where is it? So this costs 7,000, and then here's where you pay for further entry. Okay, so at the start of the trail, the option to use the baños. The baños, and I need a baño. This is the park way out. So right now I'm here. We start at El Zaino, so this is where you want to get dropped off. Then from here I'm gonna have actually several different points. There are really good things about La Piscina. So there's not many points where you can actually go swimming due to the danger of the waters, but La Piscina is one of the good spots for swimming along the way. And then it also maps all the other baños, which is very important. So I'm not going to reach the next baño until over here, so it's quite a ways in. So Santa Marta is all the way down here, and this is Tayrona National Park, which includes a lot of marine reserves in the water and stuff too. I'm sorry if my voice doesn't sound very good right now. I lost it between that and my sore throat. I'm a shit show, but it is what it is. So at this gatehouse, after you pass that giant arch, they check to see if you paid, so they check your receipts from the other area. After the gate and they check your receipt, you can choose to take one of these taxis or shuttles, let's say. It costs about 50,000 per person, and they drive you up 5 kilometers. To be honest, it's a beautiful day. I feel like I need to enjoy some nature, so I'm gonna walk it 5K and then another couple kilometers to the different areas. It'll be nice. The only thing that's not nice about that is a waft of exhaust fumes coming in my face. Yeah, what a beautiful place. Some horses, big horses too. Okay, I am glad that I'm doing this early in the morning because it is already pretty hot out and the sun's not even fully up yet. Like, as we're driving here, the sun just started peeking over the mountains and it's already like, well, it feels like it's already 24-ish degrees. Also, it's not like a dry heat, it's a humid heat. I did bring a change of clothes, so I brought a short sleeve and also brought some shorts. What else? As well as a hat and a lot of sunblock. So there are a couple accommodations you pass along the way. Once you get into the park here, this one's called Yache. It looks like it's an eco hotel. It says they offer Wi-Fi. Oh, and they take Amex. That's huge because a lot of places I'm finding don't. And I rely heavily on Amex. There's a restaurant there, a cafe, and obviously accommodations where you can sleep. This walk is so peaceful. Some pretty cool looking eco lodges passing along the way. This one's called Zerva. Got the giant hut shapes over there. Yo, way up the hill. I'm looking at these trees, they're massive. For anybody curious or wondering how reception is here, I'm about 2 kilometers in right now and I have very good service. So I'm gonna gradually see how that goes throughout the rest of this trek here, because my driver also said, hey, if you need to ride back to town, let me know. And he also said that you might not have reception in a lot of places and that you're likely gonna have to pay for Wi-Fi. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that the place would probably make me pay for Wi-Fi. Also, if you can, bring an extra roll of toilet paper, because a lot of these places that you go to, let's say you got to go really badly, they only give you like a small amount and they charge you about 1,000 pesos to even use the washroom. So if that does come to be the case, let's say you need a little more than pequeño, then just make sure you bring your own toilet paper. It goes a long way. Alright, so what I said before about it being a nice walk and it being peaceful and all that shit, probably just better off taking the shuttle, because you're having so many vehicles go by that you just get just a burst of fucking exhaust in your face, and it takes away the I guess the nature moment of it. But yeah, and it's also a time saver, I'm sure, if you just get a shuttle. At the end, I'll do a little measure of how much time it actually took me to walk it, and you know, a shuttle would have definitely saved a good chunk of that. Okay, so reception update. I'm about 4 kilometers in. I do have reception. I did lose it at one point between like 2.5 and 3.3 kilometers. Got it back. But yeah, no, it's still good. So I can still dial out in case it's an emergency or something. And plus, there's still like a bunch of people driving by on vehicles, mopeds, all that. So no issues. All right, so just a little past 4 kilometers, and I've reached this parking area, this muster point. So looks like it wasn't 5K. Buddy at the gate told me, yeah, it's 5K there, but I mean, it's just a little short of 5K, let's say that. Oh yeah. I think it's this way. Yes, it's this way. So this is where the trail begins, and hopefully I don't get any more exhaust on my face. I'm breathing that in. That was brutal. That was a lot. It's cool, a boardwalk here. I love me a good tree, and this is a good tree. It's huge. Like, for reference, that's the size of my hand, the size of a bottle. Its trunk, it extends just over this boardwalk. No feeding the monkeys. Alright, so now that I'm actually on this trail, I do recommend just get the shuttle. Don't do what I did. Don't try to walk it. There's literally nothing that's overly scenic or picturesque about the first 4 to 5K. Everything that's worth it kind of starts after. So yeah, pay the 50, get the shuttle, and save your lungs from all the exhaust fumes. This might be man-made. Not 100% on that, but something gives me a strong feel. These are some of the creatures that you can expect to find here. So, nicotine monkey, some birds, and some reptilians. And yeah, I guess it's this way from the sun. The terrain definitely gets a little more uneven, a lot more uneven as you progress. It gets harder, but that's what makes it fun. Just wish I got more sleep before doing this. Also, shout out to our driver, because he made some suggestions that came in handy, such as long sleeves and pants. So I had some pants and long sleeves to repel, well, not repel, but prevent getting bit by all the bugs. Okay, the zoom on my phone isn't very good, but I just saw some monkeys, the fully red ones, which is pretty cool. They're like way over into the tree though. Okay, so this boardwalk is a place where you definitely want to watch your steps, just because it is a little uneven. There's some planks missing. So yeah, don't take your eyes off of it. And sometimes it's so deceiving. Sometimes it seems like it's straight, but there's like 1 or 2 little things that bring it down. I think I'm at a point now where I can hear the ocean. You like hear the waves crashing along the beach, and it was a lot uphill, Yeah, so just going downhill now. Really got to be careful on these steps. See, there's this little thing here. Oh, even here, it's so unassuming. There's vendors along the way, so you can actually buy some ice cream, chocolates, water, etc. Fruit pops. And then this is what the viewpoint looks like. Does look tempting though. Only bring appropriate footwear to walk in this because this is all sandy. Let's get past that opening into the beach areas. Over the hills and onto the flat side of the beach area, I got like no reception. This is heavy too.
Debe ser porque siempre es el mismo árbol el que van.
Reached some checkpoints along the way. I don't really know exactly where I am, but yeah, I guess if you need a lift by horse, they give you one. Okay, here's a map. So here, Cabo San Juan down there, La Piscina. So there's some places to stop off along the way that are scenic. So looks like here, these are the recommended swimming places. So I don't know what the black is and the red is. Gonna probably just play it by ear when I get there. If there's other people swimming, then I guess it's safe to swim. So. Some tents down there. Some other lodging accommodations here. There's cabins, there's a restaurant. You get hammocks. Yeah, if I was to do this again, I would definitely not just do a day trip. I would camp out here, make the most out of it, hit up some of the beaches, and stay in some of these lodging accommodations. Some more accommodations. Some snacks, some food. I wonder if I should fill up here or like get it later. For those of you who are curious, this is what some of the accommodations look like. So this is the happy camping one. Looks pretty decent, to be honest. I would love this. From it, they have eco camping and says that they have Wi-Fi as well. Careful of falling coconuts. There's like a bunch up there. A good stretch after, this thing's all mud. You can only really walk on the side here. I have not eaten anything all day, so this is some of the best news I've heard in a while. If you don't know, now you know. Arenilla, it's about this far to Piscina and 30 minutes to San Juan. I could go for some of these, those look so good.
Okay.
Sí, gracias. It's been a while here, but I also want to go to Cabo San Juan. I just don't know if you're going to be able to swim there, so I might as well spend a little bit of time here, I guess. So aside from me, there's a few other people in the water all over, and the rip's like, there's no rip, which is nice. It's very gentle set of waves on the beach here, and I wish I brought my wrist strap for my GoPro, but I didn't. It's nice. Refreshing. Sometimes I think, how many times in my life am I going to get to be doing this? I'm just chilling at a beach in the ocean. Exactly as I am now. Life is good. I'm really grateful I get to be able to have these experiences. Dip. It was a refreshing way to kill about, I don't know, like 40-ish minutes. It was also nice, like getting in the ocean, getting in the water. Now I'm continuing my way to San Juan, and hopefully have a decent amount of time there. I think I'll head out maybe around like 2:30-ish, just to be safe, to give myself enough time. And I'm only like 20 minutes away from Cabo San Juan, so gonna chill. Hopefully the water is good enough to swim in right now. Use the beach, get something to eat. I'm starving. This moment, one more. Yeah, it's like in this natural pool. There's a bunch of rocks there that form a break wall, so the waves come crashing in. And yeah, people over here, kids playing, families. And then I really want to get to Cabo San Juan. Some restaurants right here too that you can eat at. But I'm gonna wait. It's so cool. Like, massive trunk. And just for reference as to how big it is, like, there's no place I can actually set my phone down. But this is a Gatorade bottle. This is the size of its trunk. huge, and the way that its roots kind of like extend out, it reminds me of those Japanese cedars from Yakushima Island. These reassure me so much that I'm going the right way because I haven't seen another person in a little while. Alright, so I made it to Playa del Cabo San Juan. Looks like there's more tents and accommodations here. This is where I should have booked it and not done a day trip. So here's all the animals. Pretty cool. The tents are numbered. They have a little soccer field. Oh wow. Yeah, there's also the first aid tents over there. Looks like this water is decent for swimming. See some people in it. So it looks like there's a bunch of different accommodations you can rent, different styles. So there's tents, there's whole rows of hammocks here. There's a lot. Look at this tree. So for this, you got to make reservations ahead of time, and they'll have the food ready for you, whatever you want. So the soonest they'll have it available for me is 12. Right now it's 11. And also, right across from this restaurant here, there's these guys who set up this little booth table area, and you can book a boat back to Santa Marta instead of having to hike all the way back and then get a cab. So I ordered the steak, and it comes with the fries, the salad, and the rice. And it cost me about 65,000 pesos, which is not bad at all. That's under like 20, that's about 20-ish bucks, if not less. These are both sides of the beach here, so ponds, sand separating it, this little stream. Then they got everything else. This side of the beach definitely looks more lively. When you get to the far end here, it says, what does that say? Do not do anything that puts your integrity, etc. at risk. And it looks like the path and trail continues on from here. I'm not going to go explore though. The water is quite clean. There's just like small debris and stuff in it, but like for a beach with this much greenery surrounding it, I'm surprised there's not more. And I think that's because like of these rock formations everywhere. So that's definitely a blessing. I'm no tree expert and marine biologist, so yeah. There's a lot of people out on the beach, a lot of families. The sand is nice, and the weather held up, like clear skies the entire way. There's also like this break wall, like way down there. And what that break wall is doing is it's preventing like larger waves, and it's breaking the surf before it comes in. You're wondering, you know, there's an easy route to take. I would highly recommend starting at the entrance of the park, doing the shuttle that takes you 5K in at the start of the actual trail, and then from there, like hiking it and ending up at San Juan Beach, Playa del San Juan here in Tayrona, and then from here you can book a boat back. And there's also really nice accommodations like right on the beach. There's a restaurant, food's cheap, like it cost me like $20 or less for a decent meal that filled me up. There's drinks, you can get your bebidas, your cervezas. You can also get chocolate, desserts, and yeah, just all around a great time.
So this is the ticket that I got. So this costs, well, it says 85,000 here, but it's actually 90,000 that he charged me. I guess we're buying it on the spot. Yeah, I think it was at 350 from right over there.
So I didn't know that this is what coconuts look like when they're being birthed. And then turn that. Eventually they turn into coconuts. Presencial. Ya para pelusa.